What's up, Acolyte Squad? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. Let's do something a little bit different. We're going to get back into our martial arts content and talk about Cobra Kai Season 3. Now, I've been a big fan of the Cobra Kai series. I had it on YouTube TV, so I've basically been waiting, like 2 years for Season 3. But now everything is on Netflix, so you guys can watch that. And I'm going to do a Cobra Kai Season 1, Season 2 rewatch before Season 3 comes on January the 8th, 2021. But Entertainment Weekly put out an article a few days ago, I think on Friday, about Cobra Kai Season 3 because of all of the stuff going on with The Mandalorian. That got overlooked. So let's take a look at this article. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, so I apologize that I can't quickly summarize it. But it's written by Kristen Baldwin at Entertainment Weekly. It says Yuji Okamoto, Cobra Kai Season 3, Chosen has gone through a lot of soul searching. So Chosen one was like Daniel's rival in the Karate Kid Part 2 when he went to Okinawa with Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi had to confront Sato, his rival, growing up back there on the island, and then Daniel had his little love interest there, his little Japan boo. And then there's always Daniel having to go up against a bully. As part of his story. And Chosen was the bully in that. Look, y'all, I know my Karate Kid. I've seen all of them except for the Hilary Swank, the next Karate Kid, and I actually had the DVD back in the U.S. I just never got around to watching that. Pat Morita's last performance as Mr. Miyagi. Rest in peace to Pat. All right, so here I think the actor being interviewed, and he talks about how one fight scene with Ralph Macchio almost sent him to the hospital. And here they are. Looks like the whole live or die recreation scene again. Live or die, man. Live or die. Honk. Right. I think the first time that I knew about Qigong, I didn't know the word, but I first learned about Qigong. So my first Qigong set came from the Karate Kid Part 2. So that, man, when I talk about like on the Luke Skywalker videos, I was like, look, man, Luke Skywalker wasn't my only hero growing up, right? It was Daniel LaRusso, Luke Skywalker, Leroy Green, Bruce Leroy, right? And really, when I think about my development, I think the Karate Kid Part 2 played the most in that because the ice-breaking scene when Mr. Miyagi teaches Daniel the Qigong set, right? See, I still remember it. I don't even know how long it's been since I've seen Karate Kid 2, right? But I remember when I was little, whenever I had to whenever I was going to race somebody or so, sound kind of stupid unless you know that I was the fastest kid in my neighborhood. So,
hey everybody, today's the day where I can finally stop denying. I had to keep this under wraps until now. Enjoy the trailer. I know you like it. Eh?
Take it. Break it.
Mahalos.
I'm wondering, there's a lot to break down here. There's a lot. I'm almost tempted to go back and do a shot by shot kind of thing, but I won't because the trailer's been out for almost 2 weeks now, and I'm just now seeing it. And this video is long enough. You actually shoot in Okinawa with Ralph. Yeah, that was probably the highlight of being on Cobra Kai. The whole style of Miyagi-Do is based off of Goju Ryu, which was founded in Okinawa. Kind of new. Being able to shoot where Goju Ryu style karate began was really special. Can't even explain how blown away I was to actually have made it to Okinawa to shoot Cobra Kai, to be there with Ralph. It was so memorable. Now this is it's just I just realized this, like Miyagi-Do karate karate is based off of Goju Ryu karate. That's what I was about to say. That's what Bruce Leroy. That's what Taimak, who played Bruce Leroy. It's a style of karate that he studied. Right, one of them. He also did like American kickboxing, and he's done wushu, other stuff since then. I think if he's not a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I know when I got out of back in 2008, when I got out of the Navy, and I was like really looking for like to learn more about like black martial artists that had been in the movies and were somewhat famous, and I started whatever happened to Taimak and Bruce Leroy and whatnot. And on my personal channel, my first YouTube channel, I actually made like a video, like a music video. I think YouTube still let it go up, even though it's been like copyright claimed to death, content ID claimed. Tomac actually saw the video and was like, I think I tweeted it to him, and like thanks, I was just like thanks for inspiring generation of especially young black men around my age in the whole 80s ninja karate kid craze to get interested in martial arts. I'm sure pretty much every like black guy I know my age would probably, just like people say, oh, well, they're the older generation of like white guys that I follow on different social media platforms, and they're in a bunch of Facebook groups. They all talk about Kwai Chang Caine and Kung Fu, the legend, right? Made them want to take up, Chinese Kung Fu. First, it was karate because you couldn't find Kung Fu in the 70s. So much later, and I'm like, yeah, that completely missed me. I never had any interest in David Carradine. I'd actually seen Kung Fu: The Legend Continues when they like tried to bring back the series with Kwai Chang Caine's son, who was like a detective or something. Like I used to watch that show, and I had no idea who like David Carradine, like the Kung Fu master. I didn't know anything about David Carradine until I was like, in college, like 92. So it was like almost another decade after having seen him in that. And now I'm like friends with people who were in movies with him. Well, hell, I'm in Thailand where he died hanging him, having a hooker. Anyway, let's not go there. Let's not talk about that. Let's get back to this, right? But it's a cool connection, right? That Bruce Leroy, right? So in the movie world, if these universes all exist together, right? Bruce Leroy studied another lineage of Miyagi-Do karate, right? Even this, I think the story that Mr. Miyagi gives about Miyagi-Do karate is like the actual like origins for Goju Ryu, I think. Father teach me. Where it, some guy apparently had been studying with Shaolin. Like, all right, I'm going back to Okinawa, and created the Okinawan karate styles. There's different flavors of Okinawan karate, and they all like had roots in Shaolin and Southern White Crane. Some people, they had origins in Shaolin. Actually, if you're really interested in that, what's his name? The Karate Nerd has like this really, really good, like it's a legit documentary. Like that's the first time I saw his channel. Look, y'all, like this stuff here, this is what I watch on YouTube. I don't look at Star Wars stuff. I know, Prince, but you're a Star Wars YouTuber. No, I'm an urban acolyte YouTuber. There's no Star Wars in my title, right? But if you really like want to dive into this, go check out Jesse. I forgot Jesse's last name. It starts with an E. Karate by Jesse, the karate nerd, right? I think he did 3 or 4 videos where he's like he's trying to like retrace the roots of I think it's the babushi or something. Look, I'm not a karate guy, so, and I'm not Japanese anything, so I'm gonna butcher the words, right? But this book is like the karate Bible, like the Okinawan karate Bible. He's going back and he's retracing like where the Chinese origins of Okinawan karate, and he goes to like the Southern Shaolin Temple and meets like Shaolin disciples, and well, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like the first place he goes, he's like, it's not here, and it ends up being that the first place he went, it was there. Like that is where that lineage, that Chinese lineage has continued, and you'll just have to watch and see because it's pretty dope, right? It's like 3 or 4 videos, but they're, like I said, they're legit documentaries. Like I don't know if he edited them or if he had to pay an editor, but they're like real like documentaries. Like it's dope. It's dope. Check it out. And I got an announcement. I don't know if I said it, but something regarding Cobra Kai when I get through all of this. Right, so do you think fans will feel that they get closure with how Daniel and Chosen story plays out? Yeah, I think so. Chosen has gone through a lot of soul searching after losing his fight with Daniel. I think that he saw the light, and this is just my take. I think through the dedication that he put into getting back into martial arts for the right reasons, I think he started to understand what the true meaning of martial arts is, true meaning of honor is. So I think when people see the end scene between Chosen and Daniel, I think they will be satisfied with that closer. And who knows, beyond that, I'm kind of the last Miyagi-Do connection for Daniel's character. There's always that possibility for them to continue, I'm hoping. I was, like, before I read that, because I can't, like I said, I don't remember the last time I saw Karate Kid. Where I actually, like, sat and watched all of it, and I just had it playing in the background. I might not have watched the full movie just sitting there paying attention. I was a little kid, but I know it's probably been at least 2-3 years since I've even had it playing. But I seem to remember Sato was like Mr. Miyagi's like kung fu brother. They both trained under Miyagi's dad, so they were both Miyagi-Do karate. And then Chosen, was he like Sato's nephew or his student or something? So he's Miyagi-Do karate too. So that's an interesting thing there, that it's like kind of like Daniel going back to Okinawa to like find his center. He's not centered. All the stuff that happened with Sam going out getting drunk, and then Johnny's Johnny's son being a student, but then what's his name? Can you remember his name? Johnny's son, right? Nearly kills Miguel. Miguel starts out as the Karate Kid in the story, right? But he's Cobra Kai, which is an interesting thing. And Johnny's like in the Miyagi role where it's like, all right, you're getting bullied, and I'm gonna come in. And first he fights the bullies just like Miyagi does, just like Jackie Chan did. You know, the wushu, the kung fu kid. We can't call that Jaden Smith movie the Karate Kid, right? It's because there's no karate. It's in China. He's the wushu kid or whatever. But it had the same story, right? New kid moves somewhere, gets bullied by kids who've been like local martial arts experts. They got a teacher who sucks, and get them to agree to stop picking on poor new kid till they get to a tournament. fights in Jaden Smith Karate Kid were much more brutal than the ones in from the '80s, right? And there, I really wanted to, but like the character Hawk, I felt like they took Hawk, his mohawk, from the Jaden Smith movie, because I think Will Smith is a producer on Cobra Kai. I mean, he has any involvement, but I think there was some slight nods and hints that, yeah, like taking some inspiration from the Jaden Smith, Jackie Chan Karate Kid movie too. When I go, I'm gonna go back through season one, season. I'll point that out, right? But I mean, Hawk is like a big character, you know, especially with the storyline that we're going into in season three. It was Hawk is like Cobra Kai under Sensei Kreese. Yo, man, if you loved the Cobra Kai up to this point and you like get all the Karate Kid stuff, like I'm kind of wondering how Karate Kid 3 went. Maybe that doesn't become part of the story until if there's a season 4, or maybe I don't know, because it looks it really looks like, okay, there's this big issue with Miyagi-Do karate, Cobra Kai, right? But Kreese takes over Cobra Kai, so where does that leave Johnny? Johnny's back, square one with Miguel, and I think he was like, Cobra Kai, I'm done with Cobra Kai. You can have it. Fuck this. Like, I'm out. He's putting his energy into Miguel. Now, I mean, it's only natural to think. All right. Well, I mean, we saw Johnny and Daniel team up, right? But it seems to me it's like only natural that they're gonna find like a common ground. They're gonna, Miyagi-Do is this thing, but if it wants to compete with the way things are now, it has to evolve, right? It has to, can't just stay stuck. And if Daniel wants to have this highly spiritual thing, then okay, well, once you get through this, then I take you on as my inner door, my closed door student. Daniel could fund a school, and Johnny do his thing, and they co-teach, right? And it's like, all right, you've got your curriculum, I've got my curriculum, and we have this thing we do together, and it could work, right? I mean, Johnny proved that, hey, I can run a business, I can teach a school, and do it the right way, right? There wasn't really anything bad happening at Cobra. Kind of had his questionable teaching methods and things, the way he did things, which some of that might have to change, but I feel like Johnny's gonna be Johnny, and this is also a personal journey for him, right? Johnny's got a better story than, because like, one, he had like his downfall, and now he's like, he kind of lost his son. His best student is paralyzed, and there he is. And it's like, all right, I accept my faults, right? I'm the boon giver at this point. The minute he, took the check from his dad, it was like, I'm bringing back Cobra Kai. I got a student. I've got students, right? I can pay my bills now. I'm like, I'm doing all right, right? And then he lost it all. Now. Kreese came in and stole it because Johnny was like, yo, man, I feel like I can't just kick him out. I feel like I owe him all of this, even though he nearly killed me in the parking lot, humiliated me at my lowest moment at that time. This kid comes in, starts a fight, steals my girl, beats me with an illegal move, and now my teacher, the guy that finally saw me as being somebody, is trying to kill me, right? The man in his life, he didn't make good decisions, and his kid Robbie hates him, wants nothing to do with him. Robbie's mom is dope fiend, dick fiend, definitely that. Dipping dope and dick fiend, right? Things weren't looking good for Johnny, right? And it's like he rose and then he kind of fell again. He's at, you know, bottoming out, but he's still trying to teach. He still is like, yo, man, he's that boon giver. But and in the process of him bestowing this boon on Miguel, giving him confidence, teaching him karate, right, teaching him these life lessons, being this father figure mentor that Miguel never had, that his mom said he really needed. Of course, I don't know how the relationship with Johnny and Miguel's mom is going to go now, but Allie's back and she's separated from her husband, and maybe that relationship, maybe Johnny needs to clean himself up, pick himself up to the point where Allie, hell, she might come in and perform some surgery to, save Miguel, bring him back. And that's the way she bestows boon of health, right? They both come together to restore Miguel and in the process rekindle their relationship, and who knows where things go from there. But it's like Johnny, through going back through his worst time, continues even though he's the boon giver, he's still on a hero's journey. That's why I was saying that. That's where I was going with Johnny's a better character than Luke Skywalker. It's like Luke, and I'm not upset with the character Luke, that because we see what he said to Grogu was like, I give my life for this child's safety. And people are like, oh, well, what about Kylo Ren? What about Ben Solo? And he did this. And it's like, what about his other students, right? He feels responsible for what happened to them, what happened to everyone else. And it's just like, well, you know what? It's better off if nobody learns this stuff. And I'm just, these legends about me, they're, I'm not that dude. I'm not that dude. And then he makes a bigger legend by the end, but it's like, there's still more you had to offer, right? I understand the sacrifice. Like, believe me, I understand it. I was like, Luke overdosed on the Force. Oh, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, well, you don't understand mysticism, so of course it wouldn't make sense. And, I don't care what anybody says. Rian Johnson told a beautiful story about Luke, right? JJ left it up to Ryan to answer those questions. Who is Luke Skywalker? It's like, well, if this isn't what you wanted, you shouldn't have left it up to me, right? Just like like, oh, what do you want to eat? Oh, it's up to you. And then they give you liver and spinach. And you're like, I don't like liver and spinach. It's like, well, you said up to me, so deal with it, right? I mean, that's legit what happened, right? And I predicted that's what was going to happen, and that's why it didn't bother me, right? I said, this is what's going to happen. This is the Luke Skywalker that you're going to see in episode 8. And when I saw it, I was like, no, I'm not surprised, right? And the whole overdosing on the Force, well, he made a even bigger legend, and, it's like entering the stream. If you enter the stream and you go out too far, you just don't come back, right? Buddha said that. People have an issue with it. Take it up with Buddha. I'm really excited to see Cobra Kai, and with all that Star Wars stuff I just dropped, that's why people should watch videos that even don't have anything to do with Star Wars, because you never know when I might just drop something in a completely unrelated video. But I'm ready to dive into Cobra Kai. On the community tab a month or two ago, I think it was October, I asked about doing reactions to the Cobra Kai episodes, and a lot of people were like, yeah, I want to see that. And I started it back like a day after I posted it. I'm glad I didn't wait. I started it. Something happened when I tried to go back and sit down and edit the videos. Like, I got to shoot these videos over again. That's why they didn't get posted. But now it's like, this would be a good time because, we got 2-3 weeks from now, Cobra Kai kicks off. What is it? Today's the 21st. 2 weeks in a few days. 2 weeks from now is the 4th, and then that starts on Friday the 8th. So yeah, I guess if I dropped, what do we have, about not 20 episodes, is it? Maybe it is. Some of them are short, though. I think they're mostly around 30 minutes. But that wouldn't be too tough, and then it's not going to be a 30-minute long video unless I got a big breakdown and discussion after each episode. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at doing, and putting those out there leading up to season 3, and then who knows, maybe I'll react to the season 3 episodes or just do reviews, breakdowns, discussions. I don't know, but yeah, I'm all about getting more martial arts content out on the channel, especially for next year, and also hitting up the MCU. I might hold off until WandaVision starts sometime around in early January too. I think it starts the 15th. I think January 15th. Okay, Disney Plus and Marvel Studios revealed today the show wouldn't be hitting the company's direct-to-consumer platform until January 15, 2021. All right, so, my MCU videos hadn't performed well, but January 15th, man, I'm diving into WandaVision, and why is that? Because we don't know what Lucasfilm is doing. I heard that at least 2 of the shows that we heard about from Investor Day would be coming out along with The Mandalorian in next year, 2021, which is like 2 weeks away now. 2.5 weeks away from 2020 being behind us. But I'm thinking like the Book of Boba Fett, maybe we get that in October or something, but The Mandalorian season 3 is not coming until December, so maybe one of those other shows comes out before then, but I'm not trying to be like the Star Wars channels where it's like you gotta wait until you get some big news from Star Wars before you really have things to talk about. The reactionary channels, not the ones that, have, content plans and whatnot, and have a big enough following where they can drop a video and get an adequate amount of views. But some of the up-and-coming people, I'm like, Star Wars Meg, I'm kind of wondering what you're going to do now that The Mandalorian is over with, and all your videos up to this point have been strictly Mandalorian. I mean, maybe you got fans who care nothing about anything else but The Mandalorian, and you can go on Reddit and, find whatever. Maybe you can pivot. I don't know, but that's the problem. That's the problem when you only do one thing. Why I've been saying for years, I don't want to be boxed into Star Wars. I don't want to be boxed into Star Wars. And, like, not going to do it. Not doing it. Cobra Kai season 3, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get out the reaction videos. Hopefully, I can remember what I said in the first one that I got to re-record. Because I really said a lot of cool stuff about Johnny's development. At least I think it's cool. I don't know. Maybe y'all don't. I don't know. Maybe people just been like, oh, it's a black guy talking about Star Wars. I'm subscribing, but I don't give a shit what he's got to say. Right? Who knows? So I'm going to put that out there, and there'll be more martial arts content coming in the coming year. I definitely want to review the new Ip Man movie. The only problem is everywhere I've seen it is a rental, and I'm like, no, I want to buy it because I might want to watch it more than once to do my review. That's the reason that hasn't been out, because the movie's been out for, I'm looking at January. Well, I mean, today's the 20th. It's been out 2 weeks, 10 days. It's been out 10 days. Came out on the 11th. I looked at it. What day did we move here? We moved here on the 11th. Yeah, so we moved here, so I wouldn't have seen it that day. I think I looked, and we got the internet here on Saturday night. But yeah, I think Sunday morning I went and checked in, was trying to like watch it, and I was like, I can only do rental, and I just kind of forgot about it. And then we were in Pattaya on Wednesday or Thursday. Came back. Yeah, we went Thursday, came back Friday. Friday was the Mandalorian finale. Yeah. So that's why I haven't reviewed the Ip Man movie, just like I didn't review Ip Man 4, but I was in Malaysia, so I couldn't. And then just got back and then family visited. Yeah. I'm like want to keep all the geek culture stuff except for anime pretty much here because of my plans for what I want to do with this channel moving forward. Is I want it to be, like I said, a place for martial arts geeks to hang out and geek out about all this stuff. And what Julian reminded me, I want to do Jedi shit with my friends, right? This is the place where we kind of geek out, talk about that stuff. So yeah, but anyway, y'all, you can't tell, like my throat is very dry. Weather is kind of cool season is hit again in Bangkok, so I need to drink some water, drink some tea, and get this video posted. So, what are your thoughts, Cobra Kai Season 3? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be checking back to see what y'all have to say. And that's all I got for this one. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and I'll see you on the next video.